Good evening, folks. It's another video from Audible Elegance, and pay no attention to those. They're just weather balloons. Tonight's video is about what's important to our environment. And, you know, there's a lot of things coming from China that we don't necessarily want, but there's something that's being imported into this country and has been for years. The most common place you see them now are those wonderful, cute little yard lights that have, you know, a solar cell on them to charge up the battery. What most people don't realize is what is the battery they're charging. And if you take the time to take one apart, and it's really about the size of this little guy, okay? What they are nickel-cadmium batteries. So, you know, you may not think a whole big deal about it, but do a little homework, folks, because a NiCad battery the size of a AA battery makes 100,000 gallons of water impotable. They're extremely hazardous and really were properly removed, pretty much from the American market. Even going down to something like the old rechargeable batteries. This was a Black & Decker VersaPack. This is really a huge NiCad battery. And unfortunately, what's happening with the yard lights, you know, you find them at Walmart and a lot of places that, you know, sell these cute little things for 99 cents or $1.99, whatever, is that they contain these NiCad batteries and they're essentially poisoning our water table. So you can look at the laws, for example, in the state of California, which I think has actually one of the more responsible laws, in that you can't take a NiCad battery and throw it into your recycle bin because they're not prepared in the recycling process to deal with essentially very hazardous substance. You have to take them to a special place to dispose of them. So if we want to talk about things that are coming from China, well, balloons are one thing, and the batteries are quite something else. And there's probably millions of these NiCad batteries in your local landfill. So it's going to really screw up the water table ultimately when these things break down from their cells, because they will. And so if you want to be concerned about the environment, let's start with something really important called our water. Because everybody's complaining about, well, we don't have water here, we don't have water there. Well, if you have water that's not potable, you got a real serious problem. And the NiCad batteries have been a pet peeve of mine for years. So I thought tonight, let's do a public service announcement and talk about what's really important.